Yo, I am the Sandman, and you're listening to Jobber Radio Podcast. Solutions for life, motherfuckers.
It's Jobber Radio. It's Jobber Radio. It's Jobber Radio. Oh, wrestling podcast featuring Matt Zion, Bomber Rap, Scott and Lee, and the one and only Peanut. It's Jobber Radio. Jobber Radio. It's Jobber Radio. It's Jobber Radio. It's Jobber Radio. Bitches.
One of those motherfuckers are gonna win that battle royal. When I saw you say that, are you serious?
These two SNL guys are playing this whole thing as a fucking joke. They must think this is the next Kaufman versus Lawler. Well, it is not.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Jobber Radio, episode number 90. We've made it to 90. We are almost there. 10 away. I was hoping we would get 100 on a big moment, but who knows? We'll see what happens 10 shows from now. But anyway, I'm Jake, a.k.a. Bomber. We got a couple guys in here today. First of all, one half of the deceased outsiders, Lee. Lee, how you doing?
I'm probably not going to be watching WrestleMania.
What? Wait.
Fuck this shit.
What the
That's
fuck?
the way to start.
What the
That's way to
fuck?
start.
Yeah, what the okay. I guess also, well, first of all, Scott, how are you
Hi.
doing today? How are you doing?
I'm also here. Yes, I'm alive and probably will be watching WrestleMania. I don't see why not.
I mean, you might as well, right?
Yeah. We'll get into it, but it's despite the build, I'm still thinking it's a solid card. But we'll get into details here. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, first of all, I do have to apologize. I am currently kind of losing my voice, so if I sound a little weird, which I'm sure I do, this is the only time I've sounded weird. But anyway, we do have a lot to talk about today. There's a lot of stuff going down. We got Kofi's finally in. We have a new SmackDown Women's Champion that just took place. We got all things changing kind of the last second as we go to WrestleMania, which I'm sure is one reason why Lee is freaking out there. But first of all, I almost forgot. I was going to do this right off the top of the show. I want to give a shout out to the Warden, who is a part of our Discord group and a part of the JRPL, our prediction league. He made a request, I believe, on a app called Cameo, which was the soundbite you guys just heard at the beginning. That was really the Sandman. He was giving a shout out to Jobber Radio, and he said something about the solution, which if you guys aren't a part of the prediction league, you don't know what that means. But first of all, you need to get in the fucking prediction league if you're not in it already. But yeah, first of all, thank you, Warden. Appreciate that. Huge shout out to you. And thanks for throwing in a nice little soundbite for us that we're going to just use every episode until I don't want to hear it anymore. So, but yeah, just
the amazing amount of cred we get from the fucking Sandman now. It's just...
Yeah, I mean, of all the people that have ever would be on our show, could you imagine that Sandman would be the first?
Next.
Yeah, okay.
Duke
yeah, you're
Dumpster Josie.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah. I actually picture Sandman's the perfect person to be on our show first. Okay. So let's get into it, I guess. First of all, let's start with what happened on Raw, which I saw, Lee, you were saying this is one of the worst produced television shows that you've ever watched. I think that's what I saw. Is that a exact quote almost?
Could be, because it is a shitty produced show.
But I mean, this show in particular, you said, though.
It might just be a culmination of watching too much of this shit, but I watched a solid hour and a half of it or whatever, and fucking... Man, it's just you couldn't follow anything. Every match, started, and then you'd immediately hit a fucking commercial. You'd come back, you might hit another commercial.
Yeah.
It just sucks. It just keeps... Internet actually fucking laid this out when he did a couple of reviews of Raw on a show a few weeks back. Same problems that I have with it. I can't watch the show. You can't keep up with it. It's like, that's why it's designed now where you can go to their website and watch these segments broken up, in little videos, and then get the gist of what's going on. Because if you try to watch it with the show, with the commercials, horrendous to try to fucking follow. And then just the content of the fucking show was absolutely fucking terrible. I think I watched Kurt Angle almost get killed like 3 times in that match with Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was just I don't want to watch WrestleMania. I'm not excited about it at all, and it was all fucking hot garbage.
Okay. But you did like the Elias bits that were thrown in there, though, at least, right?
No, I did not. Fuck Elias.
I know you did. I know you didn't. Okay. Well, that was a nice little, overview from Lee. What about you, Scott? Did you, what were your overall thoughts on, before we get into details, what were your overall thoughts on Raw this week?
The flip side of it is I just don't have cable TV. I don't watch the show as the show. I always watch the clips or the Twitter updates and the videos. And to that note, like, I never get to see the matches in their entirety. I'll see cool moments here and there. But it's funny how they'll still highlight stuff, and it's like, oh God, why'd you highlight that? Like, Samoa Joe suplexing Kurt Angle, but it looked more like a DDT that he rolled through.
Did that make it in the highlights?
Yeah.
Oh,
that was
wow.
definitely one of the bits. Yeah.
No, I thought he, like, pulled his back when that happened. I was like, dude, I think...
leaned up afterwards. I know I'm jumping ahead, but the Angle slam on Orton, he damn near killed both of them. It was just like, what the fuck? So, like, that's one of the highlights, quote unquote. He's like, oh, we hit him with an Angle slam. No, he didn't. Yeah. So, like, Angle, I don't see the show as the show. So over the course of the 3 hours that it's occurring, I'll get bits and bites here and there as I'm doing other stuff. So it's whatever, it's fine. But I don't know about a dedicated 3 hours because I've literally not watched it as a dedicated Raw or SmackDown in years. And that, I mean, is that fair? No. Is that how new audiences are? Yeah, probably.
I was about to say, you're probably in the majority at this point, to be honest with you.
Honestly, yeah. Like, that's how a lot of it comes through. Yeah. Now, what I'm seeing, do I like it? Yeah, still, I've always been kind of like, yeah, I'll pay attention to it. It's never been a point when I don't care to pay attention to it. I might not like what it is, as we've been talking about the last little bit, but I'm still always paying attention to it. Yeah. And like the overall build for Mania is just kind of frustrating in many ways, but we'll get to SmackDown as well when we talk about all that stuff, because I didn't actually see too much problem with Raw in what they're doing. It's more on the other side, but at the same time, like, it's still weird how we're 2 weeks out and they're quote unquote throwing together matches that, well, like, it's been rumored. Like, why is it taking this long to make Lashley versus Balor for the IC title at Mania? Why didn't they just have that before and do things? Like, why now? Finn Balor was in, I'm tangenting, was in the Middle East with Stephanie McMahon, and they were touring some Special Olympic World Games thing, and they interviewed Balor, and it's like, who do you want to face in Mania? He's like, I'd love to face The Undertaker. That would be amazing. But man, Stephanie's here, and I got to go talk to her to get Lashley for a rematch for my IC title. It's like, you're a fucking idiot. What are you talking about? You want Undertaker, you call that out. You can't do that, and then you're like, but storyline is this. Like, that seems to be what it is. It's like, no, this is what we're doing. We're going to get there 4 weeks from now and announce it. God, I don't have the problem. Like, it's not like the whole thing about, why haven't you just said it's Kofi? Why haven't you said it's Becky? That's not the problem I have with this, because they've literally just been feuding towards this match anyway. Oh, now it's here. Did we really not have an IC title match 2 weeks out, and now we do? It's befuddling.
It's fucking lazy, because I feel like I've seen those two fucking fight each other now like 800 times this year.
Yeah. Well, he won it off of him, and then lost it back to him. But they've also had at least 3 other matches about it.
Yeah.
Go to Mania to see another one?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll probably be the Demon.
That's what I mean. That is what a lot of stuff. Even if you watched I don't know if did I see it on Twitter? Did I see it on Facebook? Or I don't think it was on YouTube. I don't know. I saw some. It looked like a little backstage, like somebody literally recorded on their phone. It looked like Leo Russ like set his phone up and hit record, and they did a little thing in the locker room where they were mad and stuff. And he's like, "Look, no, you got the match." And he's like, "You know what? I'm going to WrestleMania to beat the demon out of him." That's what he said in the little video. Okay. I think it's on Twitter. So again, that doesn't mean he's going to be the demon, but that's what Lashley said, and I quote, "I'm going to beat the demon out of him." So,
how disappointing is that though? Like they just squandered that whole demon thing. Like that could be something that's special. Yeah. But him just doing it at WrestleMania doesn't make it special. He needs the right opponent for it, and it's it's just Bobby Lashley for fuck's sakes. Bobby Lashley's fine. Fight Bobby Lashley 800 times now. He needs the demon to finally put Bobby Lashley to rest. Give me a fucking break.
Well, it's like an exclamation point. I I don't know. And by the way, the demon is on like all of their advertisements and stuff. Yeah. Like when you see he's like on all of the advertisements. So I mean,
now again, this is a case where they haven't announced he'll be the demon. We still have Raw and SmackDown coming up Monday. We have one more set of shows.
Yeah,
they could easily do it, but it could like tease it. At least have Finn be like, maybe I will, maybe I won't. I've beaten you without it before. Maybe I don't need it, but maybe I'll do it, and you can't beat that. That's the kind of tease you can do for the will he, won't he for Mania. Well, you shouldn't be teasing your title matches with that, though. Not the match itself.
Well, if you remember, the last time you had to break the demon out, it was to beat Baron Corbin. So
yeah, but not Roman Reigns for the Universal title the night after. Well, that doesn't matter.
No, he only brings it out. Opponents. Yeah, the major threats. He brings it out for them. But I guess...
Fuck. Baron Corbin. Fuck off.
That's what I was about to say. Let's just might as well go and talk about how Baron Corbin is literally going to... Like, I just picture Kurt Angle, this whole lead up to WrestleMania has been... It's really sad watching him wrestle now. And by the time we... and scary. By the time we get to WrestleMania, it's going to be like Old Yeller. It's like he can barely move, and it's just... Poof, done.
I read something today where Kurt Angle is, quote, way too hurt to be having matches before Mania. But he's handpicking his opponents, and they're going only about a minute or so. And, okay, fine. We shouldn't be doing this, Kurt. Sorry. Foley didn't get to have his stuff with Punk. You're done, Kurt. Walk away.
How is he
You
hurt?
are literally sullying things. This is rough.
I'm surprised that they're letting this go.
Especially because it's neck stuff, too, right?
Yeah. I mean, he's not on the neck. No more, man. Like he's off all the junk, so he's fucking.
And a lot of that too, like it's not just the fact it's enhancing. He can go out there and be stronger and more agile. It's also for recovery. It's a common thing with MMA where they're using TRT and HGH, these different hormones and stuff to keep your cells stronger and healthier and younger, so that you can recover from the training. So when you do those training things, it just keeps you younger. And that's the kind of stuff he would have been on as well. This is all speculation. We don't know for certain that he was. But TNA didn't have a wellness policy like this, and WWE does. So it's not out of the line to think, he's not on the stuff that was benefiting him. Not steroids to be stronger and faster, but the other stuff to be able to get through it and actually recover from the beatings. He's not on that. He's not recovering from the beatings. And now we literally have Baron Corbin going out basically to be the fall guy for having the shitty last match with Kurt Angle, because we don't want it to be AJ, we don't want it to be Orton, we don't want it to be Cena, because that'll be on their stained record.
Yeah,
let's have it be on Corbin.
I want to point that out. A lot of you guys included, everybody hates and shits on Corbin. At the end of this match, this night, Corbin's not going to be the one that we can point at and be like, "Motherfucker, you fucked this up for Kurt." Kurt, I mean, and I guess it's not fair to say it's Kurt's fault either, because goddamn, he can't go anymore.
But I will say it is, because he should know when to walk away.
True. I guess that's a good point. Yeah.
You look at the history of the last matches. I mean, you've got Taker and Michaels, you've got Flair and Michaels, you've got these amazing last opponents for these guys, and you've got Angle and Corbin. Okay. Yeah. All right. Sure. It's. The thing about Corbin's gimmick that I really hate right now, let's just get this out of the way, is he's still dressing like he's the commissioner or whatever, but he's not. Why is he still wearing that? Why is he business vest Corbin?
You mean the constable?
whatever it was. Exactly.
Constable.
What? But why? Why is he doing that?
Oh,
why? He's not
He-
that. It doesn't make any sense from a character standpoint to keep wearing that stuff when you're wrestling.
Is it the constable of the gay bar from fucking
Yeah.
Oh, put him in
some movie or some shit?
put him in the
Honestly,
ring with
I hope
Styles,
that
then.
match doesn't go longer than 2 or 3 minutes. Just get him in an ankle slam that you fall on your own neck, and then ankle lock him, and that's it.
How can I don't think Angle could legit go more than 2 or 3 minutes without him
No.
blowing up at this point.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you look at him in the ring and he just looks so terrible. And I mean, sure, we have no official confirmation that he was on the junk in TNA, but I mean, come on, because he got to that point where he had so much nerve damage that he thinned right out, like his arms went super skinny and he lost a ton of weight, and then he put a bunch back on. And now in the WWE, he's like bloated compared to what he was. And
Someone said he looked like those old LJN rubber wrestling figures.
that's what I said. Yeah.
Oh, you said that? Yeah, sorry, yeah. It's like he can't move, and it's sad to see that.
If you're going to give him like a 3-minute special, at least put someone in there who can work around with him. Like, honestly, I think like an Apollo Crews or someone might have been a better choice, you know. But I mean, because I don't trust big guy. I don't see Angle managing to move him around too much. Corbin's got to do all the heavy lifting. Corbin's got the one who's got to jump up for the fucking suplexes because Angle sure I fucking ain't lifting him up.
No.
And the worst,
if they try an Angle slam with fucking Corbin,
Yeah. He's
like,
just
no.
well, Angle went in with a broken freaking neck for the Olympics and for Lesnar, so it's like he does not know when to not do it.
that's true.
Yeah.
So we have problems.
Yeah, and then this week, this upcoming week, he's going against Ray. So on Raw, I don't know who his SmackDown opponent is, but Ray.
Well,
on
Ray
Raw.
can just
He's
run
not going to be on
around.
SmackDown. SmackDown, his last match was AJ.
Oh, AJ, they confirmed that.
But
Okay.
they could easily say, "Oh, he gets Orton on this SmackDown. Oh, he's coming back all for vengeance." I don't know.
Oh yeah, Ray can flip around for 3 minutes and not touch Angle and to get caught by an ankle lock or some shit and just end it quick, please. But
Weird to think that Mysterio's been going that much longer than Angle, and Angle's so done, but Mysterio clearly can still go.
Oh, he looks
like
great.
Like Mysterio started almost 10 years prior to Angle, and here we are 20 years later, and oh Jesus.
You know, well, also I think Mysterio's a smarter worker than.
True. Angle was moonsaulting off of cages, so.
And he was
And Mysterio.
fucked on drugs and alcohol and all of that stuff.
Plus,
well, I mean, I don't know if Ray was.
We
but...
said it with Ciampa, but once you fuck up your neck, you are on borrowed time.
Mysterio is a fucking genetic freak too, by the way. Like,
True.
I mean that guy for such a small frame and everything, and like there was a time where he did put on weight for WWE just so he could kind of look like he maybe belongs there against like heavyweights and shit.
Yeah.
But now in his current form, like you could argue he's probably in the, you know, minus the fact that his knees are both blown out, but you could argue he's probably in the best shape of his life.
No, he's looking good.
As far as being a worker right now.
He's the 3'10"
I just had to look
phenom.
something up. Andrade Almas was born in 1989.
Oh.
Rey Mysterio debuted like, what, 3 years after that?
Oh, that's great.
He's keeping a step with Andrade in matches. And, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that shows you why he's going to be a Hall of Famer, legend, all that.
Oh, easy.
And you know what? Well, there's not really much to talk about his match with Samoa Joe yet, I feel. I mean...
Can I just say that's such a random out of nowhere?
Yeah, I mean, maybe this next week we'll be able to talk more about it, that maybe there's more to it. But,
yeah,
I mean... at this point...
Like, Joe made him tap out at Fastlane, but then Ray pinned him on SmackDown, so he gets a title match. I'm like, that's fair. Doesn't really scream WrestleMania build, but okay.
Yeah.
And it's Joe and Mysterio. That sounds like fun, but we literally just saw it a couple times. So what are you doing? Why is that a thing?
Yeah, we'll probably save that one more for now. Hopefully they add more to it, more depth into it, but who knows? It'll probably it'll just be a fucking kickoff match or anything, if anything.
Probably.
They're not going to do it. They're not putting any thought in any of this shit except for like the top couple matches. Everything else is just fodder. There's like 18 matches on this fucking show now?
Well,
fucking...
yeah.
There's
one less now.
I just looked it up. There are... Which one are you talking about? Oh, the Oscar one. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get to that in a second. There's another thing I want to talk about on Raw real quick. They did it again. They went to the same type of story with Roman and Drew McIntyre, the whole, you know, not my character, and like the whole thing that we've been shitting on.
This is Joe talking.
Yeah.
I'm going to beat you up in the fake fight.
He goes, he's like, and that's not Roman talk. It's like, guys, why is like, there's two other stories that are kind of doing that same thing. Triple H, I mean, you know, it's shitty as it is, but Triple H is already doing it. And then Ronda and their whole Twitter shit's doing, I mean, there's things already involved in this. Why are we come the fuck on?
You know why the juxtaposition of it doesn't work? Because you literally have Roman Reigns, who everyone knows him as Roman Reigns, who said he was Joe, and he has leukemia, but he's fighting it. He is back. Roman is back. He's like, you turn the switch, character's back on. Here we go. You can break character here and there for some heartfelt moments.
I understand
that.
the cancer. I understand.
But then he goes, this is Joe speaking. Leave my family out of it. And immediately, as he throws those right hands, Michael Cole says, Roman with the right hands. No, it's Joe, right? No, but is it? That's where the kayfabe skewing kind of fucks up.
It's just the writing's so bad because, I mean, if you just stop and think about it for a sec, why not just have him come out and say, this isn't fucking Roman Reigns, the fucking competitor who's looking for titles and wins and stuff. This is a guy who just had his family insulted by you, you motherfucker, and I'm going to beat the shit out of you for it. It ain't going to be a match. It's going to be a fight. There you go. End it there. You don't have to bring any of the breaking kayfabe bullshit into it, and it still fits within the context of the feud.
And that goes to the whole thing with the Becky, Charlotte, Ronda feud, because the whole storyline for Ronda's entire year was she can legit beat fighters in like 20 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
How will she fare in wrestling? It's like, okay, well, wrestling, we know what this is, but she's got the ability. If she gets your arm, you're fucking dead. But can the overall sports entertainment aspect and this and that, and can they use these things? And you saw that with the Mania match where Stephanie's manipulating the ref and she's not used to that. And that's how you play to strengths and play to a character like that. And then you have her going against Becky, and it's like, okay, well, this dichotomy back and forth. Becky's the veteran in the ring, and she can pull one over on her, but Ronda's able to do this, and she's fearful of Ronda because she knows that's a problem. All building up good. But the moment Ronda's like, I'm just going to beat you up for real this time. It's like, okay. Yeah. So what you're telling me then is I can suspend my disbelief that the legit killer is going to be able to go in there with someone who we know isn't legit, but is a better wrestler than that's how sports entertainment works. But now it's like, no, she's just going to go out there and beat her up. And then doesn't. All right, well, but I know you can. You don't have to tell me that. I know you can. Why are you... Same with the Roman thing. Like, oh, I'm really going to fight you. And then they go back and forth with punches that whiff. No.
Yeah.
I honestly want to see one of these days. Roman's like, this is Joe talking. I'm going to take you out. And just haul off and hit him. Still work it. Like, make it look like it's fake. But just deck him and just Drew fucking drops. Like, oh, God, that wasn't in the script. And play it that way. Play it like it really is real. Not like it's still scripted. That's how you can try that.
I'm legit surprised that fucking Roman Reigns didn't or Drew McIntyre actually didn't blow up Roman Reigns' rental car with him in it or some shit, you know? Like some fucking stupid thing like that. They end up fucking
Attitude Era, yeah. No, see, I mean, I feel like they have a decent angle where they're going. I mean, Drew McIntyre, without this, they're playing to the cancer stuff way more than I thought they would. I guess Joe, I mean, goddamn, I just call him Joe. Fuck me. Roman is cool with it. But man, they're playing to that a lot.
Well, it's not like cancer's an injury like Brock's diverticulitis, and oh no, he's going after the stomach. No, it's cancer. It's not like you can hit him in the arm and it's weaker from the
But I mean,
he had cancer. That's it.
He's punching him in the blood.
But I mean, I forgot the line the exact quote that Drew said in his little promo before Roman came out. But he was like, "You lost to cancer, but I know I'm gonna fuck it up, but you beat cancer, but you won't beat me." He is worse than cancer. I mean,
I'm okay in that. That's actually pretty good. That's good.
That was good, but it was one of those moments where you're like, God damn, that was pretty spicy. That was pretty interesting.
Well, that's like Paul Heyman or like CM Punk saying that Paul Bearer died. It's tragic, but he's gonna remember you as 19-0.
Yeah.
You'll never see me when I beat you. I'm like, it's fucking good, but God, okay, yeah.
But no,
that's what that kind of moment is. That's as long as everybody's okay with that, go for it.
Yeah,
So,
and as I was saying though about the whole feud that they got going on, I'm cool with the whole. He wants to destroy the Shield. Yes, they lost to the Shield, even though the very next night they lost. It came out like, we destroyed the Shield. I'm like, yeah, but you lost. And yeah, they ended the night with their fists together. But like he took out Dean, then he beat Seth, and now he's going for. I mean, there's enough story going on where they're going with that, where they don't have to start breaking kayfabe. I feel, but I mean, if that's what they feel, the writers feel they got to do, because everybody else is doing it on the show, why not? I guess
Imagine if they built up Drew for like an entire year, like destroy, or maybe half a year destroying the Shield, and if they hadn't have booked Roman's cancer when they did, terrible booking decision there.
God damn it!
But no, it's so terrible. It's just unfortunate, and they don't know how to capitalize on anything. It's like they have with Ronda Rousey and Becky and Charlotte and all that shit. They have so much good there right on their laps, and they're still fucking with it.
Well, the idea with Roman too, because like
with it.
People were so sympathetic toward Roman, like, oh my god, it was amazing, and he beat it, so he's back. So let's have him continue to be downtrodden, so people are sympathetic. Like, no, that's not it. They were sympathetic to the real life illness. Now that he's back, he beat it like a Superman. They kind of want to see that, so give them that. Don't have him be the guy who keeps getting beat up. We've talked about that about Roman before, anyway. But this is even more so. It's like, no. They don't want to see him in that position anymore, so they can cheer when he's not. He literally just got out of that. And it's the same with the Kofi thing. It's the same with the Becky thing. It's like, they're at this point. Don't tell the story again. It literally reminds me of situations where Hogan was chasing Nick Bockwinkel in the AWA. I know this from the AWA DVD set. It's a weird thing to go back to. It's so ancient, but it literally had Hogan win the title from Bockwinkel. Crowd goes apeshit. Then they go to the next town, and they do it again, because like, oh no, there was a controversy, Hogan's not champ, and they did it again. Oh no, we'll take it off, and Hogan's like, what the hell are you, why are we doing this again? And Vern Gagne goes, look how much business we do with you chasing the belt. Let's just keep giving them that success every time. Well, do I ever get to keep it? No.
Yeah.
Well, okay, hold on. And that doesn't work nationally, obviously, but that was the mentality.
TV,
like, let's keep giving them that story. They keep liking it. No. You're just giving it again, but worse, because we know this one's fake. The moment Charlotte hit, or the moment that Becky went down at the Rumble holding her knee, I'm like, well, that's fake. They're going to do a fake version of the story we just went through. Oh my god. And here we are now. Like, it's, because it worked before for real, so we'll make it even better. Oh god, what are you doing?
By the way, can we have the fucking low blow banned? Can that be like on the pile driver, like with
AJ might like that.
Don't do? Yeah, because I see fucking Drew do a fucking low blow on Roman. I'm like, oh my god, this, like, they're just recycling it for this feud now too.
Yeah, they're a little low blow heavy. I agree.
I'm done with it.
I agree. I'll tell you. Hold on. One thing that I was surprised about this on Raw was that Ambrose was back. That was
kind of out of nowhere, challenging him. Yeah,
yeah. They were just backstage. I would never guess in a million years that we would get like a rematch between him and Drew. The match was pretty good. It was decent main event for Raw. I thought it was good. I didn't think Ambrose was winning. There was no chance in hell, obviously, and he didn't. But everybody was. The rumors were that Ambrose wasn't even gonna show back up again anymore.
Yeah, because I mean, he could have been written off from last time easily.
Yep.
And I mean, his contract expires in April, so who knows?
Yeah,
that's a week away. Like 3 days away. So,
but
who knows when in April? To be fair, but
now I actually, if he's not gonna come back after, like, when his contract expires, I thought that would have been a good way to write him off there with Drew. I thought that would have been a good. But now that he came back, I mean, he just lost to Drew in a last man standing match, and now he's just there again. So it's like, okay, well, now what? Like, you know what I mean?
I figure it feels like that they're sort of playing around with the audience's expectation that, oh yeah, he's, his contract's up, so will he or won't he show up every show? And when he does show up, he loses, and he's probably, I mean, if he truly is leaving, doing some leave the territory jobs as a favor kind of thing, and go it on good terms, so if the doors come back sometime down the road. I mean, he needs it anyway, because he's fucking stale as fuck.
No,
Even at a perfectly great time.
I agree. Did you guys have anything else you want to talk about Raw? I think there was one more thing I want to talk about. Did you guys have any other?
I was just going to say that as of right now, we still don't have a Raw tag title match for Mania. And many people will be like, not that it matters, but we don't. We just don't.
It'll be confirmed next week or this coming week.
Yeah, but I mean, this is literally kind of what I was thinking of for a while too. But the way that they're building Mania, the way they've been building things for a while, and you can go to TNA when they went down to like 5 pay-per-views. Impact now, but it's like, oh, they'll have more time to build towards stuff, but they don't. It's still kind of like the last few weeks. Here's the pay-per-view.
I agree.
It's a weird thing of this how they're building stuff now, and to me, maybe it's a mentality of a different generation. It just doesn't work. It's like, why does it take till the last minute to make the thing happen? And it might be a case where when I was watching it in the 80s and 90s, that type of build didn't work for the prior generation. Maybe it's just that. I'm willing to accept that as a possibility. Things are just built differently. But the fact that Daniel Bryan, the WWE champion, got his challenger 2 weeks out of Mania still blows my goddamn mind from a storytelling perspective. Who was the challenger that Vince was going to give if it wasn't Kofi? Who the fuck is it?
Yeah, I think we were talking about it was probably going to be Owens, but...
Right? No. I mean from a storyline.
Oh, story, yeah, well... Yeah.
I mean, in story, Kofi, you're not getting the shot. Well, then who is? Who is Bryan facing in 4 weeks? In 3 weeks? In 2 weeks? Who? It doesn't make any sense.
You see,
why was that match not announced? That does not compute for me.
You see, they could have tweaked that story a little bit. I do agree with you there, Scott. To some respect, that it was a little just like, oh, here we're going to drop it on your lap in the last minute kind of thing. But if they had presented for like a couple months, like right back when they started this whole Kofi thing, or even if they had started it a bit earlier, if they had like another guy who's like legit in the storyline, like looking for that title shot, and then the story was which one of these guys is going to end up facing Bryan, and Bryan is conspiring with Vince to throw wrenches into their plans, to throw obstacles in front of them leading up to WrestleMania. That's a perfectly good storyline that you can run with, and then it's like, and then even if the last SmackDown before WrestleMania, finally Kofi wins the fucking title shot, that works.
Yeah, because we knew all along it was him or him.
Yeah.
And now it's determined, okay, it is this one. That's cool. The way they've been doing it, well, does he have a match?
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
We all know. Like, I know Rab kept saying this. Like, of course they're going that route. Well, yeah. Nobody disputes the fact that they were going to go with Bryan and Kofi once we kind of saw those wheels going. We all know it's happening. That's not my point. We, especially being on a podcast about wrestling, are in a bubble of this, and you have to remember to step out of that, because not everybody's in there. Not everybody that goes to SmackDown understands the fact that Kofi's going to face Bryan. They hope he is, but then Vince said he isn't. So, like, there are people not aware to that fact. And Rap said it's not as many as you think. Well, that's the problem, though. Why would you even risk it for those who do?
They're really pandering to a very, very small audience of rubes at this point.
Now, the thing with Kofi on this whole thing, though, it's a storytelling basic that I learned in film school, for crying out loud, where you are setting something up for a payoff. You set it up, it's a payoff. You set up some kind of thing for the hero, and they encounter it, and you establish that, oh, this hero can overcome that. And then you do it again, because you know he can do it. And then later on, you have the situation pop up, and you know, this hero can overcome that. You're trained to think in those ways with how the storytelling beats work. It's 101. Hollywood writers at WWE should know that. They've literally been telling this Kofi storyline in the sense that Kofi got a shot, but it's taken away. That he's going to get a shot, but no, he doesn't get it because we stacked it, and it's taken away. And now he got the shot. My brain goes, but it's going to be taken away. They've trained me to think that with the way they're telling the story.
Yeah.
Even though I know he's still going to get the match. Why could they not say on SmackDown, we're going to give it to Big E instead because he got the pinfall. You don't get to have the match after all, Kofi. I changed my mind. Why? Like that
would
at this
be great.
point. At this point, well, why not? Especially since Kofi did not earn his match. Kofi Kofi came out of nowhere on Tuesday in the gauntlet and rocked the world, and everybody loved it and wanted him to be champ, pinned the champion, goes to the chamber, rocks it there, doesn't pin him, comes close, goes to SmackDown, rocks it again, pins him in a tag. He pinned the champion 2 times out of 3. The one time was for the belt, and can he do it, though? Give him a one-on-one. Will he be able to pull it off? And the storyline turned from that into, can Kofi even get a match? Not can he win, but can he get there? And that's the same as the Becky storyline. The storyline should be, can he win?
Yeah.
And we could have had this whole time. And I said this last time, I know Rab got on me about it, but when Austin was champion, McMahon wasn't doing crazy stuff like saying, no, you're not, I take the belt off you. He was stacking the deck left, right, and center to get it off him, or to keep him from getting it. But he was still in the match. We still work toward it. With Kofi, he's not in the match. But if you say he was in the match, okay, he's in the match, we have this all along. No, but you know what? To make it fair, you got to go through this, or you got to have this, and all these other things in the meantime. You're still building towards this eventual confrontation that, quote unquote, we all know is happening. So why not do that? I literally would not be surprised if the New Day go on SmackDown, joviant and thrilled, and Vince comes out and says, Kofi, you made it, and it was these two doing it for you. You sacrificed and let them do it. Now they got to sacrifice for you. Your title shot's gone unless they quit.
I mean,
does that not sound like what the storyline's been?
I mean,
sounds like that sounds like a possible.
That's not the story. The story should be Kofi Kingston 11 years later finally gets a shot to go to the champ who he's beaten twice. Why is that not the story?
I don't know. We'll see. Well, that's not that's not the story they want to tell.
Oh,
but that's what's been coming.
It just feels like
101.
Defense of the quote unquote writers doing this shit. Like, yeah, most of them come from TV, film backgrounds, and they probably do know exactly what you know, and they know how to properly set up stories, write scripts, all that bullshit. But it comes down to fucking Vince McMahon and what he wants.
Yeah.
And they're going to be pandering to him. They're going to be writing, and he's making decisions, and it feels like he's calling all the shots on this shit, right? So it feels like, I'm doing Austin McMahon again, pal. Just a slight tweak on it, because we got to change with the times,
Can you believe how much Kofi had to overcome, and he's finally champion? That's what the goal is. I understand that. People will go nuts when he raises the belt. He had to fight 2 weeks ago. He wasn't even in the match. That's the story they're going with. I get that. But that's convoluting it, because people lost their minds a month ago about Kofi maybe being champion. Just ride that. You don't need to convolute it.
So, just pulling it back 1 second. We're gonna
kind of tangented.
We're gonna talk about probably the most anticipated match on the card. All right.
We talked about Corbin. What do you mean?
No, there's just a slightly the match right above that one. There is a battle royal that's going to be taking place.
Oh God! I forgot about this. And I even made a joke about it, saying this is not how you promote things.
So
I made a joke about that.
There is a Andre the Giant, the legend, the first Hall of Famer, Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. There are 3 people named in this Battle Royal. We have Braun Strowman. And excuse me, because I'm going to get the names wrong, but we have Colin Jost, and Michael Che from Saturday Night Live. 2 Saturday Night Live cast members.
The Weekend Update guys, I believe.
Yeah, they are the Weekend Update guys. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, there's not really.
They're future Hall of Famers if Drew Carey's in any indication.
Dude, 100%. The whole time I was watching this segment, I was like, well, we got a couple future Hall of Famers right here. I swear to God, I was thinking that exact thing while I was watching Raw.
Because WrestleMania is in the New York area, and they're from New York. Saturday Night Live
makes sense. I think it's going to be a funny thing, but I guarantee you this: as I sit here in this chair, losing my voice, one of those motherfuckers are going to win that battle royal. Okay?
No, I don't know about that, but they are going to cause Braun to get eliminated.
Oh, Braun's not win. If anybody thinks
they're going to cost him that,
if anybody thinks Braun's winning, you are sorely mistaken. You are wrong. You were
Oh,
just
by the way,
wrong.
they're the only ones confirmed for that battle royal right now.
Yeah, those three.
That's it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes, those are the only three.
And officially right now, we don't even know if there's a women's one. There probably isn't.
I don't think I don't think there's going to be one. Not one word has been said about it. So good job, Naomi.
no.
You're the one and only.
So,
The fabulous
this is
Moolah champion.
one of the stupidest things, because he's going to be in there in a battle royal with the celebrity opponents of two guys from like comedians from Weekend Update, who look like they didn't even want to bother being on that skit on Raw, live from New York satellite.
That jump
thing.
cut. They did a weird jump cut, and it
bad.
looked so
real
bad.
But you know what? At least, like this is a step down. And Bomber, I know you hate Nicholas, but at least last year, he was on the main card.
Nope.
He was in a title match, and he won the belts.
Nope. When I saw you say that, are you serious? Are you serious?
This is yes. No, Bomber.
I thought you were kidding when you said that.
No.
No, this is not better.
Again. Yes, it is. No.
I mean, sorry.
Royal,
This
battle royal is worse because this is like he's not even in a title match. This means nothing. He had a one-day title reign with a kid. That means more than this does.
Yes, I actually
this is
meant
embarrassing. This is how far Braun has fallen. Is my point.
No, that's a true statement. But I actually meant to say yes. This is better than the Nicholas thing. But no. Oh, it is. It is so much better than Nicholas thing. I'm not saying it's good. It's great or anything.
The
but
match itself. I mean, for Braun.
For Braun,
look at Braun's participation. Braun went from a title match.
He
won the belt.
Basically
on his own against Cesaro and Sheamus on the main card of Mania. And over here, instead, he's going to be in a battle royal he gets tossed from because of two comedians on the pre-show.
I would rather see two, adults eliminate Braun Strowman somehow. It's going to be hijinks. It's not going to be a normal.
That's not better for Braun, is my point. Braun has fallen so far. That's my point.
Maybe for Braun. I'm talking about.
Yes, you might be right.
I'm talking about for just history and wrestling in general. Jesus, that this is going to be better than having a fucking 10-year-old piece of shit kid who comes in out of nowhere.
I'm not talking about Nicholas whatsoever.
Fuck this kid, okay?
Fucking stop. I'm talking about Braun Strowman and what he's done at Mania.
He's already done, though.
This is his worst Mania moment.
Well,
Easily.
He's only had like two or one.
You know what it was? It was a Battle Royal moment that got shit on because they fucked up the timing and he didn't get to have a cool thing with Big Show. He's getting fucked out of it. At least he won the tag titles last year. That's my point.
The degree to which this is worse is pretty minimal at this point, I'll say. But yes, he was in a title match with fucking Nicholas. He was in a fucking title match.
Yeah.
At least that was a title match. Those titles don't mean shit
honestly,
anyway, and they didn't even back then. But still,
if it was
this
Braun
shit with
Strowman
these
and
fucking...
that'd be better than this.
Against these two fucking yahoos, I suppose. Fucking these two SNL guys who are playing this whole thing as a fucking joke. You got fucking Hunter on another segment saying, "This is the real me. I'm going to kill you, Batista."
Yeah.
And apparently some fucking fucknut in the backstage who's booking this shit, writing this shit, whatever the fuck they do these days, throw it through a fucking computer or some fucking crap. They must think this is the next Kaufman versus Lawler. Well, it is not.
I hope not. I would assume they'd hope that's not the. They probably don't even know who that is. They probably don't even know what that was.
No, they probably were told what it is and think this is it.
Oh,
they didn't look it up.
Maybe
it's one of those. Like, I know how to do that. No, don't. The guys didn't even look like they cared. At least if they were like, "We're gonna do this," and then Braun's like, "I'm gonna do it," and they acted scared. Okay, but they don't. They like, "Oh, well, okay. Well, I guess we're in it now." Shit.
Yeah.
And by the way, I just do want to say, I really don't try to pinpoint, the writers and the writers this and stuff, but whatever writer decided to do the sketch between Braun and I don't know what I think the Justin guy is his name,
Juiced or whatever. Yeah, Josh.
Colin.
Sorry,
Colin.
Yeah,
Colin, the one he lifted up. Whoever tried to do the throwback to the wrestling's fake, right, in the hallway, what the that was so bad. At least I know they tried to do a throwback. That was at least fucking real. That was at least real. And
you know what's frustrating about that? Wrestling's fake. Yeah, it is.
Yes.
We know that. And if these guys want to, they could fuck you up if you don't know what you're doing.
Yes,
but it is fake.
They faked they faked a real moment that was iconic, that looked horrible. I don't know. I'm just bitching about this at this point.
Yeah,
but
no, we're all in agreement on this.
But bottom line, still better than Nicholas. Sorry. Fuck that kid.
Jesus.
When they literally don't know what they're doing and fall over themselves, cool, you won't be thinking that. No, you probably will still be thinking that. Who am I kidding?
When one of them win, I will be just as mad. When one of them win, but I think one of them.
What if they together won the tag titles? Would that be worse?
Yeah,
both of them are.
I mean, at least they're. I will say, at least they're adults.
You just hate that it was a kid. I get it. Okay.
I hate how. Well, yes. First of all, yeah, that you go back.
Look at this.
Braun did it on his own.
It shits on so much.
Oh yeah,
look
I'm not disputing that.
This won't.
Look at this jerkwad who comes from a background of fucking garbage backyard wrestling, and now he's shitting on a kid in his dreams.
One year ago, I said you're jealous. It wasn't you. And I was only joking, but you know.
Well, of course, everybody would like to be in that moment.
Yeah.
But I would then appreciate, now that I grew up, I would appreciate everyone hating me when I was a kid.
Just watch that video. Where are they now? For Nicholas.
No, yeah, you linked that. By the way, yes, I did not watch that. I will not watch that video. I thought you were
funny.
I thought you were joking when you said this will be a worse moment than Nick. I thought you were joking when you said that.
No.
No.
The moment overall. Again,
wow.
you need to differentiate here, Bomber. Please listen to the specifics.
I see what you're saying.
For Braun Strowman,
I guess,
to go from a nothing battle royal moment to a tag title win to a embarrassingly bad battle royal moment, that tag title win's the highlight. I don't care if it's a kid or by himself or with Samoa Joe or whoever else. That's better than these other two. That's my entire point.
Well, I guess.
Now, are they all good? No. I'm with you there. They're low. No, it's still shit. But he went from being in a tag title match on his own, essentially, and winning those belts, to over here being in a battle royal with two comedians from Saturday Night Live who nobody even knows who they are, and they're not even like athletes, like Gronk, who's rumored to come in now, or Connor, for fuck's sake. No, these are just two goofballs who no one knows who they are.
Yeah.
And they're like, are we supposed to be excited to watch Braun Strowman beat up randos?
Well,
or
maybe
to
if
see randos beat up Braun? Like, what is the point of this?
Now, if they were, I see what you're saying, because maybe if they were bigger names, and I'm a decent fan of Saturday Night Live. I don't watch it every week or anything when it's on, but I've seen the Michael Shea guy. I've never really seen the Colin guy. Somebody told me that he's married or dates Scarlett Johansson, which is impressive, I guess. But other than that, though, I've never seen that guy, the Colin guy.
So again, there's no point to this. I would much rather Braun Strowman just be like, I'm gonna win this thing. I don't care who gets in my way.
Yeah.
Again, that's a better story than this. And if these comedians come out there, fine, you're in it too. Which I will say, the storyline was funny where, like, they say, oh, we want to be in the Rumble or the Battle Royal. And Braun goes to Alexa, hey, can you make that happen? She's like, well, no, it's out of the safety for this and that. Who am I kidding? They're in. But that was legitimately funny. That was a good moment.
Yeah.
But that's the only good moment about the whole thing. And it's going to be just, like, fucking Sanity, Epico, and Primo, who were Shane's muscle. And, okay, sure. It's going to be nobody's in there with Braun. Why? Like,
really
there's no threats left.
I mean,
I'm really disappointed that Alexa didn't come down naked on Raw.
Well,
she wore a demolition top. It was pretty great.
Yeah, and she just got her hair done for WrestleMania, so
to make it look like the same. Really,
yeah. It's just a little more blonde than what was in it before.
Yeah.
But yeah, we kind of, I mean, we can like touch on SmackDown. We did talk a lot about it already. We talked obviously Kofi Kingston, where I talked about all that. Kofi Kingston, he's now officially at this moment going to face Bryan for the title. Yeah.
Doesn't it suck that, like, again, my whole point of that is not the match will happen 100%. I know this, but we shouldn't be saying the storyline has us wondering, well, how are they going to fuck with him next? Why is that the story? Why is Vince hates Kofi the story?
Yeah.
Why is that? Why isn't the story, can Kofi beat Bryan? Why is that not the story? Because that is.
Should be the story.
But
Vince shouldn't be any part of the
there's no reason for Vince there. Yeah.
Well, hey, they need ratings, and history has proven that Vince brings in ratings.
So. Yeah, but it never really benefits things down the road.
True,
they say
it's
that
a
Shane
boost.
does too, and then you got to have Miz be a world beater.
We have obviously. Yeah, we haven't got to hear from you about the Shane McMahon match yet, have we? I don't think we've got to hear about that yet. Are you more? Oh, I'll ask you this, Lee. Are you more excited about Miz and Shane than you were AJ and Shane?
Get the fuck out of here.
But
you need to be paying me to watch this shit, dude.
Lee. It's false count anywhere now, though.
Oh, well, that's great. So Shane can blow up all around the fucking arena now.
And he can jump off of whatever he needs to jump off of now.
I hope he jumps off the fucking Titantron and breaks his fucking neck.
Well, he'll probably jump off the Titantron. Not sure about the neck part, but he'll probably jump off the Titan.
I legit hope he breaks his neck.
Hey, you don't have him on your death pool now, so I mean,
I don't care. I don't want him to die. I just want him to
now.
break his
Now,
neck
if Dory Funk crawled up the top of that Titantron, you might be in business.
I might watch WrestleMania if Dory Funk showed up.
All right, so obviously the last big thing we got to talk about, Charlotte Flair is the new SmackDown Women's Champion.
For no reason.
So many question marks. The first one is just why, like how.
Well,
I guess how is another one.
Last week on our podcast, I threw it out there because they announced it backstage.
Yep.
Where it was supposed to be Mandy, Sonya, Naomi, and Carmella.
Yep.
Winner of a match on SmackDown faces Asuka for the title. And then Asuka comes out, and Charlotte comes out, and it's a title match. And even the Twitter's like, "This is happening right now? Okay." And everyone's like, "Oh man, I can't wait till they unify the belts." And our Discord was exploding about this.
Yeah, what? I'm just stuff that goes on. I'm really I would pay a lot of money just to see what's going on backstage. That's the real story to me. Is how did this match go from where it was to where it is in just 1 week?
Did you hear one of the rumors that they thought there was too many matches, so they took the belt off Asuka, so there wouldn't have to be an Asuka title match?
I mean, god damn, is that? I mean, I hope that's not true.
You can just leave your champion off the show. You've done it before. It's not like that's ever been a thing. It's fine. You could even have Asuka be in the Battle Royal for fuck's sake and defend it in that if you want or some shit. Yeah. But the literal idea that so Charlotte had the belt, she wins. For one, people are flipping out because that's 8 and that's more than Trish. She's now literally the most decorated woman wrestler ever.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm fine with numbers.
I'm fine with that.
No, and I have no problem with that because we all knew it was going to happen when you have 3 goddamn titles.
Yeah, and she's better than, and she's
fine.
And I'm sorry, I don't know if this is a hot take or whatever, but Charlotte is way better than Trish. Sorry, everybody out there, Charlotte's better than Trish. So fuck you guys.
And people are like, oh my god, she did it in 3.5 years. Yeah, Trish did it in 5. It's whatever.
Back when they wrestled once every 3 years. So
yeah, one of her reigns was literally a year and 3 months because she was injured for part of it. It's fine. That's a non-issue. Yeah. The people were starting to go, oh my god, so now Becky can win both. And I'm like, well, that's cool. Becky will win both belts and hold both up. It's a cool moment. We'll remake our Daniel Bryan thing. That's fine. And then the Twitter updates by showing that it's the Raw Women's title is going to be fought for by a champion and a challenger. It's like, what? Yeah, it's not for the SmackDown title. I'm sorry, why'd you do this then?
Yeah.
And it's still not for the SmackDown title. It's just for the Raw title.
I was hoping it was going to be unification. I was actually on that same page. I was hoping.
I didn't think it was going to be unification. I just thought it'd be for both.
I was hoping it would be unification. Well, if it's going to be for both, you might as well goddamn unify the things.
No. We got a ways before Fox takes over SmackDown. It's plenty of time.
I mean, the way they booked him, they might very well announce on the show that it's a unification match. Now, you never know.
I said this in the Discord because this was around 9 o'clock, so there's still an hour left of the show to go. Yeah. People are like, oh my god, why is that? They're ruining this. And I know someone said, why are they doing this to Asuka? Tigress actually said, why are they doing this to the Riot Squad? I'm like, it's not their story. It is. But it's why it had to be them? It had to be someone.
That's true.
It would have been Dana Brooke and Naomi and Alicia Fox. Otherwise, someone has to be the fodder. It's not their story. When it is theirs, look at it. Becky's been the fall girl before. It's their turn.
The Riot Squad thing, I'm not upset about that at all. I saw a bunch of people really pissed off that they're jobbers. Riot Squad's fun. I like the Riot Squad, but people who are bitching about them fucking jobbing out every week, somebody has to lose. Yeah. This is actually how you do pro wrestling. Somebody has to fucking lose, especially against your protected main eventers. And they've got 5 protected main eventers at this point. And say what you will about Asuka losing the title, she's still one of their protected main eventers for the most part. She's only lost 5 matches in her fucking WWE career.
And we went over this with the Ambrose thing too. It's like, oh, he should have had a better run. No, he had an amazing run. It wasn't the best, but it's still good. Like, someone's got to lose. So it's got to happen. Like, we're gonna have Roman versus Drew. Oh well, Drew shouldn't lose. Yeah, well, someone is.
Your little indie darling can't always be the fucking WWE champion. They've got to lose sometime.
Yeah.
So the whole thing with Asuka or with the Riot Squad, that's its own thing. I said, look, there's an hour to go. They can still say within this next hour, it's for both titles.
Yeah.
They still have next SmackDown. They still have a 2-hour pre-show. They could just throw it there on Twitter anyway. Have it on Good Morning America. There's plenty of time to make it be for both. Don't write it off already. But people are so quick to jump to that stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, this calm down.
And who's not to say Charlotte's not going to win? Then she would have. Then she would have.
Who the fuck knows?
Yeah, who knows? Like I can see people getting frustrated because this weird out of left field booking, like these weird things they do, can get really frustrating and tiresome. I mean, I'm tired of it. I'm not watching WrestleMania. Like, straight up, I'm not watching it. I don't give a fuck about the show at all. And it's stuff like this that really tires me out. But they haven't destroyed the main event. They haven't destroyed Asuka. Like, they haven't done that. It's just weird booking. No. It hasn't fucked them up or anything like that. So, I mean, get over that.
Bomber, I did look into some things because they've confirmed it. We can say that because we haven't done a podcast since. That the women are the main event.
Yeah.
Like, that's 100% confirmed. It's on the posters. It's on all their shit.
Mm-hmm.
I looked up some stats on stuff like that, like who's been the main event before, not the title match, but the main event. This is the first time that the main event of WrestleMania has had all new people since Angle and Lesnar did it back at 19.
Oh.
Ever since, it's been someone who's been in there before with somebody else, or someone like Michaels and Taker both together. But literally, it's been that long since the main event has featured all new people.
Interesting.
Also, fun fact: Ric Flair never main evented. His daughter is.
Right.
And this is the first main event where
I can see why
all three people are younger than WrestleMania itself.
Now that I did hear that one. Yeah.
Rollins is younger. He was the first one to pull that off, but all three of them are. And this is my favorite one. Becky Lynch is the second European with Andre to main event.
What?
Everybody else is North American or Canadian.
So Andre and Becky Lynch.
Andre and Becky. Everybody else has been American or Canadian. Yes, Yokozuna's from San Francisco. So, yeah.
That's true. Yeah, he's not actually Japanese for those wondering.
A whole whack of Americans, and then Andre and Becky. It's like, what the fuck? What? Yeah, there's some fun stats when I started digging into it. Like, interesting.
That is interesting.
No, we talked about this before, but Roman Reigns' streak of 4 is over, too.
Yeah, it is. He's going to win this year, but I mean...
Yeah, but he literally had 31, 32, 33, 34, and he's not getting this one. Hogan did 5. He would have tied that, but nope. No main event.
He'll probably go on second to last, though. Probably.
Oh, I can see that. Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt that. They need a what do they call it? A little a popcorn match, pick me or whatever it is. A little the downer before we get to
now.
Yeah.
Can I throw a weird conspiracy theory that I've literally not seen anywhere?
Sure.
So I'm not pulling this out of it, but
this is a Jobber Radio exclusive here.
This is just me going.
Here it is.
The main event. Yep. You'll often hear times like, "Oh, it went long, so we got to cut time," right? Like we've heard about that with All In and different things where you got to cut some time out.
Sure.
What if there are some sexist assholes in the card leading up to it where they go long and they cut the main event by forcing them to cut their time a bit?
Wait, are you talking about like on the roster, like the superstars?
Yeah.
No,
yeah. What if? I'm not saying they are, but say Roman and Drew. They get 10 minutes. They go 15.
No.
Shit, we got to cut 5 minutes. Ladies, you got 5 minutes out. What if?
No, I don't think there's any.
I would like to think no, but
there's no chance.
Women have never been in this main event situation.
Hey, unless it's Vince WrestleMania saying, "Well, goddamn pal, we got to give Seth 5 more minutes."
Right? Yeah.
I see that happening. I can see that legit happening.
And then the women have to deal with it. But I mean, they're on the network. They can run to whenever they want anyway.
The idea that anyone on the roster would have the fucking balls at this point to try to extend their match,
right?
They'd be fucking fired.
I'm looking at their faces.
I would like to think no, but I would like, what if? No.
I'm looking at like their faces and stuff.
How vile is that, right?
Yeah, that'd be really fucked up. No,
fuck Nicholas. He comes back and does that. Jeez.
If anybody's gonna do it, it's that fuckwad Nicholas. I swear to God.
I softball that one for you, Bomber.
No,
There you
he's
go.
the
Tag
only
team
piece of
champ
shit.
Nicholas coming in, he's fucking big shot. He's like, yeah, I'm fucking calling the shots in my match tonight, bros.
Yeah, he's the only motherfucker I could see doing that. That sexist piece of shit.
The ref says you got 5 minutes left, Nicholas. 5 minutes. Fuck you, man. We're going another 10.
But yeah, the main event of Mania has always been a world title match, aside from the first one where it was that tag match with Hogan in it with Mr. T, Piper, and Orndorff. It's been for the WWF title or the world title or the undisputed title. And now, or Universal, and now the Raw Women's title. Oh, and the Intercontinental back at number 6. And then there's the odd random, like, Hogan versus Sid or bullshit. So, where it's not the main event, but yeah. Just kind of fun stuff to look at.
By the way,
this is history, so yeah.
It's bad about, getting snubbed from WrestleMania, possibly. I'm not doing anything WrestleMania weekend, Oscar, so if you wanna shack up with me,
well, that's
I'm
nice.
here.
That's
I'm here
nice.
for you, baby.
Avenge the Fallen? Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's nice of you, Lee. Hopefully she takes you up on that. That is nice of you. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much where we stand right now. We have one more week, so Lee, you got to hang in there. I don't know if you can do the show next week, but if you can,
maybe
one more week.
I'm only doing the Scott thing this time though, and watching the fucking clips on the WWE YouTube because there's no way I'm watching these shows anymore, and I'm definitely not watching WrestleMania. So fuck that shit.
Yeah,
Love you all the way.
Yeah, you might not want to be on the follow-up episode of WrestleMania, but the leading in.
Fucking MLW, the last 3 weeks, have done more with their 1 hour of television to build to their Battle Riot pay-per-view than WWE has done all fucking year for WrestleMania.
Well, no, they have built toward Mania badly.
Oh, no, yeah, they have. And well, that's what I'm saying. MLW has more effectively built in the last 3 weeks for their Battle Riot show than the WWE has done for WrestleMania. The WWE, every time they make something that maybe something I want to watch in WrestleMania, then they go and sour it with a bunch of bullshit. MLW has just booked straight fucking old school wrestling angles with new guys. It looks fresh. It looks like it's, current. But at the same time, they're just using really good wrestling angles that work, and they build their story, and there's no bullshit, and they have an hour to do it every fucking week.
It's almost like NXT, how you just go, and yeah.
Oh, what is wrong with Triple H's titty?
What?
sorry.
I don't even know what word you just said.
Sorry. No, I'm just on WWE.com. If you get a chance, go to WWE.com, go to the shows, and then click on WrestleMania and scroll down to the Triple H and Batista match, which I guess we didn't really touch on, but we'll cover that on the next week.
That graphic has Triple H like 2008 head with 2007 body with Batista having no nipples. It's fucking weird.
No, this not that graphic. It's a different one. I know what you're talking about. This is a different one. But his pec is he looks like Charlotte Flair. Let's just put it like that. Before Charlotte Flair, not the current, because we don't know. It might be better.
Where am I supposed to go here on WWE?
Yeah, I'm loading it up.
Oh, I didn't mean for you to do it now, but you can if you want. Just go to
now.
Click on shows.
The whole Nicholas thing.
Click on shows at the top. It'll be at the top.
Okay.
Click on shows and then click on WrestleMania. And then just scroll down just a little bit. You'll see Triple H and Batista on the right. I don't know if you see that.
Here we go.
Can the game?
Yeah, that.
Can
Yeah,
the
can the game?
animal-
Yeah, and just look at that titty. I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of pronounced. Yeah,
I'm just saying that looks like Charlotte Flair. Just saying.
It's like 20 years younger than his face.
Yeah, that's very similar. It's like I think someone said 2005 body with 2008 head.
Yeah,
they do manipulate the images on fucking WWE.
Batista has no nipples.
On this one he does, but the other one, yes, you are correct.
Yeah.
That's funny. But anyway, sorry. I was just, while you guys were talking, I was just scrolling through looking at their site, and I just saw that, and it threw me off a little bit.
No, the title should on this episode should have something to do with Triple H's titty.
That would be misleading, but also a very true statement. But anyway, guys, we got to get out of here. We will be back next week for our final WrestleMania. I guess this is our preview. We'll throw out our predictions. We'll go match by match, all 29 of them. We will break them all down. Well, I don't know about all of them down, because that'll be a 3-hour episode. But it is going to be a little bit of a longer episode, I anticipate. So everybody, definitely check us out next week. I hope Lee, Scott, I hope you guys can be there. I'll probably be there. Hopefully my voice is a little bit better by then. But
I can too, yeah.
Yeah. But as for this week, that's it. That's all I got. So, guys, have a good rest of the week and enjoy your clips on YouTube of Raw and SmackDown.
Corey, please do a run-in on WrestleMania. I need this Death Pool win.
There it is. All right, guys. See you next week.